this video, we are going to be assembling all of our 3D printed panel pieces to our front and our back panel. So as you can see here, I got my two panels out. I took the plastic off of them, got them cleaned up. I got my screws out. I got my bottom corner brackets. I got my hip corner brackets, and I got my ridge corner brackets. So I got 10 screws, I got my screwdriver. I'm ready to start putting these on. So I'm going to start with my front panel. The thing that I want you to look at is notice, the reference of A, B, C, and D. Okay, this is going to be the front of our panel. You can see I have these 4 holes down here. This is going to be on the left side. So it's really important when you're assembling this greenhouse to pay attention to the orientation. This is going to be our front. So I'm going to start with my back piece, and I want my bottom piece here to get attached to this hole right here. So the 3D printed holes and the acrylic all have slots so that we can fit these in with ease. So if this is going to be the front of my greenhouse, I want my left side to go back. Okay, very important that you don't do it the opposite, meaning having it like this. Okay, so those are important things to note. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to take my 3/8 inch 632 screw. I'm going to place it in so that the head of the screw is on the front. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put the back on. Okay, now you're going to get pretty good at handling these small screws. Okay, so you're going to get it started. Okay, now my hands are a little bit bigger, so I find it easiest for me to take the screwdriver and hold the nut on the back. And as I'm holding the nut, I'm able to screw it in. Okay, again, I don't want this to be super, super tight. See how I can still move this? That's good. We're going to snug everything up once it's all assembled. Okay, but I do want it tight enough that the screw is not going to fall out, so I'm just going to tighten it just a little bit more. Okay, and I'm going to do my right side bottom panel. So I'm going to take my piece. Again, I want the panel to be facing back. So when I put my right side panel on, this 3D printed part's going to be in the right orientation. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Get the nut on there. Okay, again, do my screwdriver. Get it started. All right. So looking at this, I just want to make sure that it's in the right orientation, which it is. Okay, I'm going to put my 2 hips on right now. So this is the 3D printed piece for that. Same thing as the bottom brackets. I want to place it on so that it is facing back, so I can put my left panel on and my left roof on. So go ahead and we'll get this on. Start by putting your 3/8 inch 632 pan screw in. Flip it over. We're going to get the nut started. Okay, that one I was able to do pretty easy. I didn't need my screwdriver. Okay, so I'm going to do the right side. So again, take your panel, place it on. Get your 632 pan screw in. And get it. Right. Now lastly, we need to do our top ridge. So this is going to be our top ridge. Okay, 3 sides. And we want to be placed on like so. All right, with our pan head screw through. Okay, so looking at this here, I have my front panel done. I'm going to put that off to the side. We'll look at my back panel. Okay, now with our back panel, we want to make sure that this is in its right orientation. All right, so in order to do that, I'm actually going to look at to help me, I'm going to look at my side panel. So this is my left side panel that's going to be going on. The left side panel has side A. A is going to connect with A here. Okay, so that means that my back panel needs to be G. So G is going to connect with this panel here. See how the 2 G's connect? So I'm taking the time to make sure that this is the right orientation so I don't have to take anything out. So with this being the back, I'm going to have my panel or my 3D printed parts going this way. All right, so take that little bit of time, get the orientation of this right so you don't have to do it again or take these apart, which if you do have to take them apart, it's not the end of the world. It's just time, but we want to try to be efficient. Get this assembled correct the first time through. Okay, so I got my back on. I'm going to do my other back bottom piece. And make sure it's facing correctly. All right, now we move on to my hips. So the hip 3D printed part will go on the same way, facing the same direction as the bottom. Now I'm going to do my right side. All right, now I'm going to go to my top. Okay, so there we have our back piece, and we have our front piece. Next slab. All right, in the next lab, we're going to be connecting the piece, or in the future lab, we're going to be connecting these pieces together.